What's up guys, this is Jared from Edit Labs, and today we're going to talk about and do a tutorial about Polyscape, the Polyscape Effect. So what is Polyscape? Polyscape is the result of merging landscapes with the help of common shapes and clipping masks to create its amazing effect. To give you a deal or grip on what is a Polyscape Effect, I'm going to show you some examples here at Google. These are the examples of the Polyscape effects. Just as per the description said, this is an amazing effect. By combining some landscapes, various landscapes, and putting on the shapes by using off clipping mask and building stuff, and also adding some blurs or gradients depending on what you wanted it to be. It can be so random, but it tends to work a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and create it and proceed on to our tutorial. I'm gonna go ahead and open some landscape right here. I'm gonna choose again. Maybe this Glacial Valley by AwiB D2YY Awi. Heads up to you. Thanks to you for this tutorial, for letting us a hand on our tutorial right here. So credits to you, sir or woman. Okay, so I'm gonna double click this to make it a unlocked layer, and then I'm gonna go ahead of time to duplicate it by hitting Ctrl J on my keyboard and Ctrl T to transform it, and flipping it vertical. Right click and flip vertical ahead of time. Yes, click that again, apply. Why did I duplicate it? Because I will put it maybe on the shape, or maybe depending on the what I wanted it to be. I have no clear goal right now. My clear goal is to show you the tools that I will use, that we will use here to create that Polyscape effect at Photoshop. So maybe I'll just play around here on this normal image right here where it is unedited, and just put some images here. So clicking below the, what's this tool again? The path selection tool, the polygon tool, loaded right here. Maybe I'm going to select to the polygon tool right here and three sides to create a triangle, and then I'm going to put some triangle right here. There we go. I'm just gonna create some basic shape right here. There we go. And I'm gonna overlap this. I think this would look interesting if it is overlap. There we go. Okay. Now it is overlap. By the way, I used the shift key right here. So when I drag it to anywhere I go, in this case I drag my mouse first to the left, it will be dragging alignedly like on a ruler. Like it will stay on its place when dragging. So it depends on where you directed your mouse while dragging, while holding the shift key at your keyboard, where it will be straightened when dragging. So moving on, we'll be putting some fill there. I press my keyboard U for the shortcut key of the shape tools right there, and fill some random color first, and then remove the stroke for a while. Then select the move tool again, then select another layer, this right here on the left side, press U again, remove the stroke, then put some random fill right here. I don't care about any color that I put on the shape, because I will put the image right there, so it will be tucked away so it will not be seen also. So now I'm going to duplicate again this original background scenery right here and just put it. No, I'm gonna do this first and create this as a group, these two images right here. Or there are other ways we could put the single image right here and clip it to these two shapes right here. We could either rasterize both of them and join them, or we could put them to groups, and that's off that one of the things that we could clip it easily without making tons of layers right here to make things tidy here. As you go along and long and create some stuff here at Photoshop, it is essential to learn how you could make things tidy and rename. But as for this short tutorial, we're not going to rename things, but it is highly recommended to rename things and keep things tidy, so you would know where you put it something. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and to select the two, shift by holding shift and clicking it, both of them, Control J to duplicate it, and then Control E to join the two, and right click and rasterize. Now I hide the original parts of it, and then I'm going to put this duplicated image right here and hold my Alt key to clip mask it, or go ahead right click and I clipping mask here right here. But in this case I added already the clipping mask, so it's already loaded there. As you can see, it is hidden because it is on the same position as the background right here and the same size. So what I'm going to do is to lessen the opacity, and then you will see the difference already. Or we could just go ahead and use the inverted image right here, which is in this case we inverted it ahead of time, and drag it there, and then we see it is already the effect seen clearly there. And since this image, this shape right here is not moved, I'm gonna go ahead and load this to at the top and drag it at the top. And you might ask why, because I'm gonna use this as strokes, as the one that we removed earlier. I'm gonna remove the fill and I'm gonna add a stroke, a white stroke right here, and then do the same thing for the second one. Make this white. Yep, there we go. This is just a simple way of making the Polyscape effect, and we're gonna step it a little bit further. Maybe add some gradient on to the background and select something like a combination of some random color. Yes, this would look good. And hit OK. And I'm gonna add this only onto the background, and then put screen as a blending mode. There we go. Something, and I'm going to lessen the opacity to just a tad bit. Wow, there we go. And after that, I'm going to add maybe some blur onto this part right here. I'm just gonna play around. And I selected now the magic wand tool. Nope, oops, we selected this part. So keep in mind that when you select a magic wand tool, maybe it is not selecting, like, oh, it is not selected where to the object that I wanted to be selected off. Make sure that it is on the layer selected where you want to copy the where you wanted to selection would be. So that's that's a heads up. So you cannot select this because these are shapes already. So in this case, I'm going to duplicate it and rasterize it so we could select this ahead of time. Look at that. We could select that part, or we could just go ahead and join the two by Control E and just select this middle part which I wanted it to be. So with that in mind selected, I'm going to select this part because I wanted the effect to be put on this layer to this shape right here, and then click filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make it more blurred depending on what I want it to be. Maybe 2.5 will do. 2.5. 2.7 is quite, there we go. 2.5, hit OK, and there we go. Control D to deselect. Done. So that's for the Polyscape tutorial. It is simple and very easy. You just go wild and put a lot of effects, or we could just go ahead and add some random gradient right here and to combine it to the image also itself, and go wild and go screen, and voila, and lessen the opacity. You could do a lot of stuff right here. Just play around, let your imagination run wild. So that is the Polyscape Effect tutorial here at Photoshop, and we hope that you like it. And this will be compiled at the PDF version on our site at editlabs, and also you can download it if you're registered as a user. It is for free, so go ahead and do that. So with that in mind, this is Jared from Edit Labs. We hope to see you again on to the next tutorial. Bye bye.